Welcome back. Today we're looking at something really fascinating. It's a daily devotional, Rhapsody of Realities by Pastor Chris. And it's all about divine communication.
Mm-hmm.
But it argues that just hearing is, well, it's only half the battle.
That's right. And our mission today is really to analyze the principles it lays out for how we're meant to process and crucially react to that kind of spiritual direction.
React, that's the key word.
It is. The whole discussion is anchored on this one verse, Hebrews 3:15. Today, if you will hear his voice, harden not your hearts.
And that verse just cuts right to the heart of it, doesn't it? The source makes this huge point that God is always speaking through his word or correction or just a gentle prompting. But the real linchpin, the thing that makes it all work, isn't the delivery. It's our response.
It's our response, yeah. The text is very clear that God expects a reaction. When we talk about activating his power, the devotional insists our response is what actually does it.
So it's the trigger.
Yeah.
Is what it's saying. Because that might be a hard concept for some people to grasp.
It's the bridge, you could say,
Right.
between the divine intention and the earthly application. Your response is what brings his word to life right where you are.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a distant instruction and makes it a real functional power in your specific situation.
To give us a framework for this, the text points us to a classic example, right? The Samuel blueprint.
Right.
Kept hearing a voice calling him, but he had no idea what the procedure was for answering. He had the hearing part down.
But he was missing the response protocol until Eli coached him.
And that coaching is vital.
It is. Eli gives him the exact words we find in 1 Samuel 3:9. Speak, Lord, for thy servant heareth. And what's so fascinating is that the moment Samuel responds correctly,
The channel just opens.
the channel opens right up. God starts talking to him clearly. It becomes a two-way communication.
So for you, the listener, the text kind of boils this all down to one simple, really actionable requirement. The response has to be, yes, Lord, and then you actually follow through. You act on it.
And we have to emphasize, it must be faith-filled. It applies whether the word comes during your private study or while you're in prayer.
Or even a prophecy someone gives you.
Exactly. The application demands faith no matter how you receive it.
You know, that swiftness of action, the immediate, yes, Lord, and then just doing it. That's often the hardest part, isn't it?
It really is. And this is why the devotional includes a pretty serious warning about delay. It says, not responding quickly can actually weaken your ability to hear from him in the future.
Wow. So it's like a muscle that atrophies if you don't use it.
That's a perfect analogy. We treat spiritual direction like an email we can just file away for later, but the text insists that delay damages our spiritual capacity.
Okay, so the stakes are incredibly high. But on the flip side, the reward for being prompt must be immense.
Oh, absolutely. When you train your spirit to act promptly on the word, to consistently have that immediate yes, Lord attitude, the Spirit of God just floods your heart with light and direction and grace.
So consistency builds clarity.
It builds sensitivity to the Spirit.
Yeah.
And what a powerful paradox the text highlights at the end. His voice might often sound gentle, maybe almost like a whisper, but it always carries this divine activating power. You can't take that gentle whisper lightly.
You can't. And to summarize the core lesson for you, the learner, never take the word of God lightly. Every instruction, every correction, it all requires a swift, faith-filled response.
It's the necessary bridge.
The bridge between merely hearing the voice and seeing the power activated in your life.
So if a quick response is what amplifies direction and grace, then we have to ask, what single instruction or correction or prophecy are you, the listener, currently holding on to that requires your immediate faith-filled yes, Lord, today? It's worth considering where your current pace might be weakening your ability to hear that gentle, powerful voice that is speaking to you.
We trust you were blessed by this episode. To gain unlimited access to Rhapsody of Realities by Pastor Chris, please download the Rhapsody app using the link myapp.rhapsodyofrealities.org. God bless you.